What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So guys, today we are doing a guide for the Prison Break Heist. To be honest, I always thought this heist was kind of dead in the game. I also thought it was very difficult to get a crew together if you don't have any friends that you can play it with. But recently I've played it a couple of times and I've noticed that it's actually pretty easy with randoms, even if they don't have a lot of experience. And also the money that you can earn with this is also pretty decent. So today we're just going to go over all of these setups. Also over the final, of course, all of the different roles in the final, and I will just give you guys a couple of tips when you are playing this heist. To play the heist itself, you always need 4 players, so this is kind of the struggle gathering these players, but like I said, it's not that difficult. You just have to wait for a bit in the lobby, and also, of course, you will need a high-end apartment. So first of all, we have the plane setup, pretty easy. In this setup, you have 2 teams. You have the ground team and then you have the pilot. The pilot is the one that has to steal the vellum. So you have to go to the Mackenzie airfield, take out the enemies, clear the airstrip, steal the vellum, and then take it to LSIA. That's pretty much it. So this is the plane, of course, that we're going to use in the final as well. Over here, I didn't really wait for all of the enemies to be dead. I also didn't clear the airstrip. Most of the time, it works like this. Of course, if you want to play it more safe, just wait until everyone is dead and then take the plane. The ground team, by the way, they also have to leave the area after you take the vellum. But normally you will get a notification for this and also a timer. So if you just follow everything, all of the notifications, this mission is very simple. The second one is the prison bus. Again, a pretty simple one. Just go to the prison. There will be a prison bus which is leaving. You have to kill the driver, then take the bus and then lose the cops. Then drop off the prison bus on the location where you will take it back in the final. And that's pretty much it. Sometimes there is also a helicopter that is following you. You first have to take this one out. I don't know when exactly this one spawns. But if this is the case, so if you have a red helicopter on your map, you have to stop and take it out. And then you can lose the cops. The easiest way to lose the cops in this one is just drive off-road. The game also tells you to do so. And then that's pretty much it. The third setup is called Station. 2 teams in this one. So the first team has to go to the police station. You first have to get a police cruiser for this. 2 ways that you can get this. Either you call 911 and you request the police and then just steal the police cruiser. Or you just get a wanted level, start shooting around, killing people, wait for the police to arrive, and then again, of course, steal the police cruiser. In both of these methods, at the end you will have a wanted level, so it doesn't really matter which one you do. After this, you will have to lose the cops. You can go to the sewers for this or just lose it naturally. After you lose the cops, go to the station. When you are going inside of the station, make sure that you have no weapons equipped. You have to go to the office, steal the prison bus schedule. Then you will have to exit again. Make sure that you are not equipping any weapons. Then you will have to go to a underpass to destroy the police vehicle. And that's pretty much it. So again, a pretty easy mission, I would say. The other team in this mission has to steal a car out of a container on a cargo ship. Now there is a very easy shortcut for this. You have the green dot on your map when you arrive there for the container. Next to this, there is a ladder. You can just climb this ladder, go to the top, take this parachute, and then just jump on top of the cargo ship, and then you're immediately at the location of the container. If you would do it the normal way, you have to go to the front of the ship, use these stairs over there, and then you have to go all the way to the back by killing a lot of NPCs, and then you would get here. But if you just use the ladder, you can skip all of these NPCs. Be careful when you jump off. You jump and then immediately open your parachute. I've seen a lot of people die because they don't open their parachute in time. So be careful with this. For the rest, you just have to take the car then, drive it off, and deliver it to the location. The final setup is called Wet Work. Again, 2 teams. The first team has to go to City Hall to take out 2 prosecutors. You have to get on this roof. A car will arrive. When they get out, you normally have to shoot them both at the same time. Over here, my teammate missed, but as you guys can see, you still have enough time to kill the other guy. A easier method is also just to use a minigun and just spray on them, and this way you can also just kill them. After you kill them, they will drop a suitcase. You have to go there, take it. A lot of cops will have arrived, so normally it's good to use a Kuruma in this mission, for example. I forgot over here, but if you just use a normal car, it's also fine. After this, you will have to lose the cops. Easiest way to do this is just to go to the sewers. The other team in this mission will have to take out Rashkovsky's business partner. Normally, what you would do is just go to the mansion, take out all of the guards. If you want, you can do this in stealth and then take out the business partner. A shorter way to do this is just go to this location over here, use a sniper and immediately take out the target. This way it will save you a bit of time, not too much to be honest. This way maybe it takes 1 minute, if you do it normally 2 or 3. But just go to this location, look at the mansion, kill the guy that you saw in the cutscene, and that's pretty much it. So these were all the setup missions. To be honest, if you have a decent team, you can do this in less than 45 minutes. So definitely not that long, to be honest. Then the final, if you put it on hard mode, the payout is 875k for the entire team. If you put it on normal mode, it's 700k. Normal mode is 1 life, hard mode is 0 lives. 4 roles. I will just first start with the prisoner and the prison officer. These 2 roles, they are kind of just the same. So they go inside of the prison to rescue Rashkovsky, and they're always together. So the first thing that you have to do is just go to the bus, get in, prison officer has to drive, go to the prison, wait for all of the gates to open, also wait for all of the talks or dialogues to end from the NPCs. You don't have to rush this. Then drive to the back, park in the yellow circle, and then you can get out of the prison bus. Now in this next part, if you want, you can walk back to the front of the prison in stealth, so without getting a wanted level. If you want to do this, simply don't run as the prisoner or pull out a gun. Over here I started to run, so then you get the wanted level, but to be honest, it doesn't matter that much. There's only 3 guards over here. Plus, if you kill these guards, you can pick up their weapons, because as the prisoner you only have a AP pistol. So if you kill them, you can already pick up a better gun, which is of course useful. The other option to get a better weapon is that the prison officer drops one for you. Of course, if the prison officer doesn't know how to do this, then you don't have any other option, and then just have to take the guns from the NPCs, which are also perfectly fine in my opinion. Then you have to climb up, get down, and then you can go ahead and go to Rashkovsky. You will have a small cutscene where you rescue him, and then you will have to escort him out of the prison. So you will have to go around the entire prison yard, kill all of the guards, just like this. So to be honest, not too complicated. Just make sure that you take your time and also fill up on snacks before you start this mission. If you are the prison officer, by the way, and if you want to drop a weapon, you can do this by going to your weapon wheel and then pressing triangle. When you are on a certain weapon, this will drop this weapon. Of course, it will not give a lot of ammo, but the prisoner can also just take the ammo from the guards that they kill. So this is how you can give the prisoner a weapon. So in the weapon wheel on the top left, you will also see the controls for this. Then just continue. Like I said, take it easy, make sure that you have enough snacks, check your health, and then normally this shouldn't be that difficult. Now, if you are going for the Elite Challenge, by the way, one of the challenges in the Elite Challenge is that Rashkovsky takes less than 1% damage. So if you want to complete this, also be careful for this over here, because this is the location where Rashkovsky will take the most amount of damage, of course. After you get out of the prison yard, or after you get to the other side, there is always a police ride over here. Just get in it. I think this is the best and only option that you can use, by the way, to get out. Wait until Rashkovsky gets in the car, and then you can just drive outside of the prison. All of the gates will always be open. In some other missions, there is like a electrical box that you have to shoot, but in this mission, that's not the case. Then you have to meet up with the other team, or the pilot actually. The most common location that people use to meet up is just the Sandy Shores airfields. I think this is also the easiest location. You can also do it closer to the prison, but I think it's kind of a general thing in this mission that people always just go to the Sandy Shores airfield. So everyone except for the demolitioner gets in the plane. Then you have to fly off, lose the cops, go to the drop-off location, and then you have to land on the beach, and that's pretty much the end of this mission. So now let's take a look at the other 2 roles which are left, the pilot and the demolitioner. So for the pilot, you will first have to pick up the Vellum at LSIA. At the bottom right, you see that you have a timer, currently 6 minutes and 30 seconds. This is the timer for you to get to the Sandy Shores airfield. Now, this is actually a lot, so you don't always need this time. So what I recommend is actually that you take it slow, and if you have some time left, just fly around a bit and then go to the Sandy Shores airfield, because in this time that you're just flying around, the prisoner and the prison officer can already do their work in the prison itself. Now, when you get to the Sandy Shores airfield, a jet will start following you. Now, the easiest way to just do this part is just to follow the jet yourself. So if you just fly behind the jet like this, you can do this entire part without getting hit once. Just make sure that you don't fly over the prison, but for the rest, this is very, very easy. After the prisoner and Rashkovsky get out, just go to the meeting point. So in this case again, the airfield, wait for them to arrive, let them get in, again, lose the cops, go to the drop-off location, and just the same thing again. The last role in this heist is the demolitioner. For the demolitioner, first you have to intercept the actual prison bus, which is going to the prison. So the one that we entered with is a fake one, you could say. You have to take this to the Sandy Shores airfield, you have to destroy it, and then you will have to get in the buzzard. Now normally your task in the buzzard is to protect the plane, so the Vellum, from the jets. But if the guy in your team already knows the method that I just showed, so just simply following the jet, then you can actually go to the prison to help the other team. So if the guy who is flying the Vellum doesn't need your help, if they're just flying behind the jets, you can go to the prison, and over there you can start shooting the guards. You can try and help the other team so they can get outside of the prison faster. So then when all of the other teammates are in the plane, you will just have to protect them, take out the police helicopters, help them lose their wanted level, also lose your wanted level yourself. They will go to the drop-off point, so then your teammates will jump outside of the plane, and you just have to pick them up on the beach. Now this part can be very annoying sometimes, because if you land the helicopter on the beach first and then everyone jumps out of the plane, it could be that they land on the propellers, and this way actually I've seen it a lot of times that people die, so be careful for this. But for the rest, it's pretty easy, I would say, nothing difficult about this part anymore. Then you fly off to the city, and that's the end of this heist final. Now I've already mentioned for the elite challenge, the first one is get 1% or less damage on Rashkovsky, so protect him well. The second one is do the breakout in 4 minutes and 40 seconds or less. And then the last one is no lives lost. Over here we had to restart one, so then of course you don't get the elite challenge. But if you do complete it, I think you get 100k extra on top of your normal payment. Like I said, if you do it in hard mode, the total payment for everyone is 875k. If you do it in normal mode, it will be 700k. So definitely don't forget it to put it on hard mode. That was it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out the Discord in the description. And peace out, you guys.